Hello, my name is Bob Evans. I've been building and fitting golf clubs for over 40 years. The past 8 years I've spent on the PGA Tour, mostly focused on putters. During that time I've built over 75 putters for these players. These putters have earned over $50 million and won 17 times on the PGA Tour. None of the putters that I built were the popular brands that you are familiar with. It surprises me how little time the players spend choosing the right putter or getting it fitted. That's true for most of us as well. While no other club impacts your score as much as your putter, it surprises me how much time is spent on the range improving your driving, iron play, etc. Hours and hours I've watched tour players at the driving range, and yet I watch them spend very little time on the putting green choosing a putter that properly fits them. They typically just choose a putter because it looks cool or it's something they're familiar with. And they confirm that choice by seeing the other players using the same product. I believe this has happened because until now there hasn't been any significant innovation in putters for the past 40 years. Transformer Putters by Nijing Golf USA is a design that's been patented and it comes to us from Japan. But more importantly, the Transformer Tour fitting system is now available in the United States. Fitting a putter properly requires many options that are not typically available from any other manufacturer. The Transformer putter can be configured in at least 54 different standard ways. But if you multiply all of our options for length and lie angle and weighting and our ability to move the center of gravity, there's actually over 500 combinations that we can offer to fit a player properly. The Transformer Tour fitting system is a 5-step process that allows us to determine exactly what length, what lie angle, which of these shapes can best be aimed at the target, impact tendencies, which allows us to determine whether the player has a tendency to hit toward the toe, heel, or center of the putter, and allows us to move the center of gravity either towards the toe or heel. And also, which loft allows the player to roll the ball the soonest. The Transformer Tour fitting system offers quite an assortment of putters, starting with 9 different shapes. The first shape is what we call a plumber neck with a blade back. Next is a plumber neck with a mid-mallet back, and third is a plumber neck with a mallet back. Then we go to the double bend shaft, face balanced with a blade back, a mid-mallet back, and a mallet back. And finally, this is a straight-in center shaft, again face balanced, with a blade back, a mid-mallet back, and a mallet back. So all of the backs and all of the hosel locations are interchangeable. So these 3 back sections can fit onto any of the hosel locations. This is the blade, this is the mid-mallet, and this is the mallet. The face section of the putter can either be milled aluminum or polymer. This one feels more crisp and louder. This one is much softer. Also, inside the putter, we're able to adjust the weight, 25 grams at a time, up to 100 grams, or even down to 1 gram at a time. The body of the putter, as you can see, accepts the face section. And then we can add weight, as much or as little weight as we choose. We can also locate the weight towards the toe or the heel of the putter to move the center of gravity either more towards the toe or more towards the heel to accommodate a particular player's impact tendencies. We offer 3 standard lofts in 2 different face materials. We offer a 2-degree loft, a 5-degree loft, and a loft that's actually machined to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Each of those consuming about 1/4 of the face. So people that tend to stroke down on a putt typically hit higher on the face and need more loft. People that stroke up on a putt tend to hit near the bottom of the face and they need less loft. So the 4-3-2-1 loft accommodates virtually a wider range of golfers than any of our straight 2-degree or 5-degree lofts. Each of these can be adjusted 1 degree. So that really gives us 6 lofts in 2 different face materials, aluminum and polymer. And so actually we have 12 available lofts to fit the player. Bobby, we have a 5-step process to determine which transformer is best for you. I'd just like to describe the 5 steps and then we'll go through them one at a time.
Okay.
First, we're going to use this putter in order to determine exactly which length best suits your size and posture. Secondly, we're going to use this putter also to determine which lie angle best fits your size and posture so that we can get the sole of the putter to rest flat on the ground. Third, we're going to use a laser and allow you to aim each of these 9 different shapes in order to determine which of those shapes you aim the best. And one of them, I promise you, you will aim better than the others.
Okay.
Next, we're going to determine which loft best suits your stroke. One of the lofts that we offer, which are 6 different ones, will roll the ball the soonest. And once we determine that, we'll be able to build your putter around that. And finally, we're going to test your impact. We're going to find out if you have a tendency to hit the putt towards the toe or towards the heel of the putter. Because in our patented process, we can adjust the center of gravity to help compensate for any misstroke that you might have.
Okay.
Okay, ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Bobby, as I mentioned, the first thing we're going to do is use this ungripped putter to determine exactly what length putter you should use. So I'd like you to get into your most balanced, most comfortable putting posture without a putter. Good. Feel comfortable there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'd like you to hold on to this. Good. Now I'd like you to slide your hands and arms down the shaft until you're uncomfortable. Okay. Now slide them up until you're uncomfortable. Good. Now find a place in between where you're most comfortable. Okay, very good. Okay, so we can tell from that that you need a putter that's 32.5 inches long. Okay, so that's the length that we're going to build your putter to. Next, we're going to determine what lie angle best suits you. So try to hold the putter in the same position again. Get in your posture. Good. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as we can see, the toe of the putter sits up slightly. In that position, if we left that putter alone, your tendency would be to pull the ball to the left. Conversely, if the heel of the putter was up in the air, you'd tend to push the ball. So we want to arrange this putter so that the sole of the putter, this bottom edge, rests flat on the ground. In order to do that, we're going to slide this wedge under here until we feel it touch. And from that, we can see that we're going to need to flatten your putter about 4 degrees. Each one of these marks represent a half a degree. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to flatten that about 4 degrees, and that'll bring it pretty close, but we'll check it to make sure.
Okay.
Good. So the next step is going to be to determine exactly which one of these putter shapes and hosel positions you aim the best. Okay? So I'd like you to set up maybe about right here. Bobby, now we're going to try to determine exactly which one of these shapes, hosel positions and shapes of the blade, you can aim the best. So we'll start right here. So if you would for me, aim at that target in the hole. And tell me when you're ready and you believe you have it aimed properly.
Okay.
Okay. So that's dead center, perfect. Yeah. So we like that one. Again. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Again, good alignment. Got it? A little bit left. Still look like it's in. Don't adjust it, just do what your eyes tell you.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's left. Okay, good. So that particular back shape isn't as good as the other two for you. So let's try this one, please.
Okay.
A little high. So keeping that same way. Good. Stay right there, please. Does it still look like it's in well to you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's a good shape. This one.
Okay.
Got it? Good. A little bit right, but not bad.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
A little right, but better than the other shape. Huh? Okay. One more.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So let's check this again because the first one we were fortunate. That one just seemed to aim the best along with the mid-mallet plumber neck. Or the blade plumber neck, sorry. Okay, Hang that for me.
Okay.
Got it. Done. Okay, just a little bit right. Let's try it again. Don't adjust. Just do what your eyes tell you. Got it. Very good. So that one's been good 2 out of 3 times. So for sure you could use that particular putter. Let's try this one. Perfect. Yeah. So it really comes down, in my opinion, to those 2 combinations. You seem to do well with either one of those shapes. You didn't do well with the mallet shape in any of the configurations. So for me, I would suggest that you would choose between these 3 putters. So Bobby, you aimed all 3 of these shapes quite well. Therefore, we're going to leave it up to your personal preference as to what looks best to you.
I like this one.
That one? Okay, good. So we'll use that shape. So we have a plumber neck with a mid-mallet back. We're going to build it to your size, your length, and your angle.
Okay.
So next we're going to determine which putter, which loft you roll the best.
Okay.
So Bobby, we're going to determine which loft best suits your stroke.
Okay.
We have 3 standard lofts here, and we're going to let you hit each one on the do board. And the do board will reveal exactly what the ball is doing after it leaves the putter face.
Okay.
So go ahead and start with that one. I want you to hit it about 20 feet, 25 feet. Good. So you can see it started here, here, then it landed again here, landed here, and then it started to roll here. So it probably went a good foot before it really rolled.
Okay.
Okay, good. So let's try the next one. Much better. So here we had a launch of about 1.25 inches, and then the ball started to roll. And right here, it started to roll perfectly because you can even see the dimples.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let's try the last one. Good. So that one really never flew. You may have driven that one down into the ground a little bit, actually. So I think the second one would be best for you, and that's our 4-3-2-1 loft. Because you do want the ball to go in the air for at least 1 inch and then start to roll, rather than just rolling right away. That tells me that you may have actually had 0 or less loft when you hit it.
Okay.
Okay, good. So now we're going to determine if you have any impact tendencies that are off center. So we're going to take some impact tape, place it on the center of the putter face, and then we will be able to determine exactly what your impact tendencies are. So I'll need you, Bobby, to hit 4 or 5 putts for me, maybe about 25 feet, and from that we'll be able to see if you have anything that's off center. Okay, so we can see, Bobby, that most of the impacts were on the toe side. There was nothing on the heel. One was pretty close to the center, but the majority are out on the toe side. So your particular stroke tends to hit on the toe. And what we're going to do, because of the length of your putter and the quantity of weight that we're able to add, we're going to load up the toe of the putter. That will move the center of gravity from the middle of the putter out toward the toe, so that your impacts will be really in the sweet spot of the putter. So as we discussed, we're able to control the center of gravity or the sweet spot of the putter to help accommodate mishits. Right now, there is no weight added to either the heel or the toe of this face section. So the center of balance, as you can see, this is balanced on this round bar, is right in the middle. However, if we add weight to the toe, we can move the center of gravity significantly. So now it won't balance in the center. It will balance about 3/4 of an inch toward the toe side. And conversely, if we move that weight to the heel, it would balance about 3/4 of an inch approximately toward the heel. So that will make a huge difference for somebody that tends to hit toward the toe or the heel. The toe hits, for example, if I loaded a putter up this way, would go dead straight rather than off to the right. A person that strikes it in the heel tends to pull the putts. Those also would go straight instead of to the left. So Bobby, we've determined that your putter needs to be 32.5 inches long, and this putter has been built to that length. And next, we decided that, or we determined that your putter needs to be about 4 degrees flat. So that's about 67 or 68 degrees. So this putter currently is about 70 degrees of lie angle. So we're going to flatten that about 3 degrees from there. So we'll bend this down about 3 degrees. Okay, good. Then we determined that you needed a 4-to-1 loft, which is how this face is built. You also seem to prefer the feel of the aluminum face versus the polymer face. So we've used an aluminum face for this putter. So we'll install the face. The other thing that we found was that your impact tendency was toward the toe. So we're going to load up the toe of the putter with the most weight. This is actually about an extra 30 grams of weight going on the toe. The heel of the putter, we're going to fill up the posts with just foam, which actually weighs almost nothing. So all of the weight that's been added to the putter to get it to a reasonable swing weight at that short, relatively short 32.5 inch length is all on the toe. So we're going to tighten down both sides. As you tighten one side, the other side will tend to be able to be tightened a little bit more. Make sure that everything is squeezed together in there so nothing rattles. And we'll double check the lie angle. Make sure that it stayed exactly where we wanted it to. Because everything tends to want to spring back a little bit. So we're going to bend it a little flatter. Okay, we're finished. Your putter is ready. Bobby, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy your new putter.